Hello all AFOLs, Mark, Stephen. I thought I'd finally do the YouTube video of my Lego rooms. I'm currently 51, grown up with Lego since I was 5, and always been interested in Lego. Doesn't matter what theme it is, what it looks like, but there is some themes I don't agree with, but you know. So here we go, eh? Here's my minifigure shelf. Some of them aren't anatomically correct, but I've got to go through them all and double check that they are all correct, and they're all my workers, construction workers, my astronauts, all the women down there, my police force down on that shelf, and then just random minifigures. I got some of the ADF figures and power miners. Some of the power miners in there, some the Aqua Raiders, I think. Here's some of my old classic knights I'm still trying to get right, and look what we have here, a Wolfpack minifigure. On Bricklink they're retailing now at $21, and I only paid $6 New Zealand for him. Some races, the old Shell guys, these two Steves, a couple of wizards, one without a head I've got to find, and here's my Star Wars minifigures I'm slowly building up. Princess Leia, unfortunately her head's not the right one, but you get the guff. A lot of these I've found in bulk lots and bulk buys, and also bought individually. And there's some of all the Harry Potter minifigures, the aliens, and those just all random soccer players and Ninjago that I've got to make up. Here's my the old red coats. Unfortunately for some people I haven't got blue coats. Pity he wasn't the #1 classic Mandalorian figure that's going for $2,500, and he's actually gone up to $2,900 now, New Zealand. I've got other cases. The old classic spacemen, slowly making up. Here's my daughter's Harry Potter books that she wanted. So we've got the whole set. Whoops, sorry about the camera. And all old classic sets up top on the top shelf, which all and that's the old set that I've been making up, which as you'll see on the shelves, I picked that up from our buy and sell site of Trade Me here in New Zealand. I picked that up for $20. It's a wall banner. That was $20, and I got this off a fellow friend, the Octam mat that cost him $150, and I bought it off him for I think $100. And here's my 2.5 meter high tower. That's all tan bricks, and currently the cost at the moment is about 5,000 New Zealand dollars. I don't know what it will equivalent to American. but it stands 2.5 meters high. As you can see, it's nearly touching the ceiling. Unfortunately, I'm still in the progress of decking out all the floors, which is probably going to be another $4,000 worth of parts to deck out all 25 floors or 23 floors. I've decked out the 13th floor, spook floor, with seating, computers, desks, bit of a coffee facility, and then we're just bare floors at the moment. And then down to the reception, which is hard to see unfortunately, but you might be able to see it. There's the reception through there. Here's the lift. It has a lift. I will be putting a working lift in at some stage, but that is all tan, 650 windows, frames and panels. So that was alone nearly $2,000 worth of panels. Here's my small area of Technic. I'm slowly building up again. My daughter wanted there's Harry Potter, the latest Technic Formula 1 car. All these shelves in here all been built by me. I was able to pick up some, I don't know if you guys have it over in the States, but I was able to pick up some white melamine sheeting from a good friend of mine and family member. I'm still trying to finish this set off, the Indiana Jones. Here's a couple of Lego trucks. The back one's a mock one that it's just the actual tractor unit was just too big, so I wanted to downsize it. And there's the actual, and I made my own Lego shop. There's number set 4956 from 2007. A couple of the bank based on the set, but I've added an extra floor. A mock railways office, that's a set there. The old medieval shop I tried to make, I didn't have enough blue tile, unfortunately, roof tile. And then up here on the top shelf, I've got my crawler crane, the XXL mobile crane. It's just too wide for the road, so it's now displayed. And then my own container crane that I've made based off the new set that was released. I'm trying to finish this set off from Space Police. I think Mark's said it's from Space Police 3. It's another one from the Lego movie. I think that's not, can't remember what that one is. That I've got another one in the making. So here's my aircraft on a very top shelf, and then I got given that Creator 3-in-1 set from a friend of mine, and then I found the crocodile in a bulk lot, which I thought was pretty cool looking. All I needed to do was put its tail on and its head. Then the motorised boat 7244, and then I keep on forgetting the name of this boat. The Armada, I think it is. I'm just trying to get hold of a triangular sail. There's counterfeit sails on, but I don't want to do a counterfeit sail on a legitimate Lego set. So I'm trying to get hold. And the Elves set, same thing. I'm trying to track down a sail, which I've found one on either Brick Owl So I'll be getting that. A couple of old police boats from the 80s and 90s. And here's my container ship based on 2 sets of the recent fireboats. There's 2 of them in there, and I built my own container ship. I don't know if you can see it because someone's asleep in there, so we'll try and keep the noise down. And then my own school from friends I've made, which my daughter kept on saying, oh, you got to do a school, you got to do a school. And then my 45-degree angle service station that I built, and that's another set from Creator. And here's my Lego Daleks that I got off a website on how to make, oh no, sorry, based on a Doctor Who set. So I made a whole pile of those. You might see them in the frame. Creator set, Ferris wheel, and another one, which I've ended up motorising them both. They just haven't got their motors on at the moment. Here's my very first police station set from the late 70s, early 80s. I lost all my Lego twice, so I've been trying to pick up and find my old childhood Lego sets, and that was my very first police station, which I was able to find on Marketplace or Trade Me. And here's my set of that one there in Star Wars. I'm not very good with the Star Wars sets. I'm still getting used to them, but that one there was from the set from that one, and I think either that one or the Naboo fighter. So there, and I had extra parts, so I decided to make 4 of them, or another 3. Trying to complete that. Now, I remember asking Mark a long while ago, I need another half a golf ball. Now, if you look at the context of that Lego piece, it looks like a golf ball, and that's why I just resorted to half a golf ball, because it's got to go on the other side. But trying to get those parts is a bit of a struggle. I'm trying to complete that one as well. Lego Pick-a-Brick doesn't have the 6x10 or 12, I think it is, and dark red. So I'm trying to get one more. It looks like it's had its wing blown off though in a fight. So and there's 75033 003, sorry. Trying to complete this one as well. That was also found in a bulk lot that I bought, and also the frigate that I'm trying to finish off. I need another 7 of the light grey half cylinders, and I've got these pieces here to go on to replace these into light grey. And then a little bit more Star Wars. Found that in the bulk lot as well. I had the markings, and I just googled it on BrickScan to find out what set it came from, and then rummaged around and found the pieces, along with the Droid Escape set. So my daughter's mother owns that one. Here's my AT-AT, which I reckon is awesome. I tried to remodel it to motorise it, but unfortunately it didn't work out well. The legs don't move as they show it does. So I pulled it all apart and rebuilt it to the set. And here's some of the old iconic 80s 80 sets. The set 182, we never had it, but we had the 912 set. Now I know the numbers will be different over all around the world, so but and I remember bringing number 6361 back from England when we went over in 87. And then here's my mock fire station. Comprises of 4-5 fire station sets, all with a bit of interior, but all on Mills plates, along with my police station, along with a railway entry at the back, and a prisoner vehicle entrance at the back as well, which, as you can see, so it's all covered in to a point. So that's one of my mocks. And then here's a look at all those brick separators. This is what you can do with brick separators. And build a canopy roof. So that's my train station, which I thought was pretty cool, and I got the idea for the brick separators off Pinterest. I saw the idea and I thought I'll try and make a canopy roof for the train station. And there's another 1970s set that I obtained out of a bulk lot. All these out of bulk lot. Here's my very first fire station based on my childhood. My very first one I got when I was probably 5 years old. And Mark, you would like the next shelf, which I'm coming up to, the Kingdom's Castle 7946, which I'm missing a few bits and pieces, so it's incomplete, but it's pretty much 98% complete, so I'm not far away from having it 100% complete. I don't think he's anatomically correct. His crown is, but his head is not. And then I've recently pieced together this from Kingdoms also, which is with the castle faction. I can't believe that knight is nearly $40. And here's the $110 goat, which I need one more of to complete the set, along with the horse, which I've just put another horse on just to make him so then the cart doesn't fall over. So I'm trying to finish completing that, but that's 90% complete. That was also in a bulk lot. And here's the very first castle, so I'm trying to finish that off. It's just hard to get the parts for the old yellow castle. Helmets is not an issue, but it's the markings on their chest covers are hard to get hold of. And we'll swing around, and there's some police vehicles. That one there is a mock, a SWAT vehicle. It's a SWAT vehicle for the guys. So it's a Friends balloon, which, as you can guff on how tall the tower is, these shelves are 1.8 and my tower's above it. And there's the crocodile, some fire vehicles, my 2 airport fire trucks that are based also off one of the Lego sets that's now retired, and here's my hazard command. We call them hazard commands over here, which the fire brigade, when there's a major fire, they send out a vehicle for telecommunications and that. So I made one, and there's all these two here are old retired 80 sets, along with that one as well. That's retired. That's a retired 80s, late 90s, and then this here is a mock that I've made up that gets towed by one of that vehicle there gets towed by that vehicle, which is the 7942, which I've adapted in 2 more airport fire trucks. And here's my trains. There's the 182, the old cable system, the old pin plug, retired, current, retired train set, my wagons that I'm making up and just trying to complete, and this is probably going to be the Friends shelf, and there's all the other. It's good that Lego.com on Pickbrick did those shields, those old shields, so I've got to get some more grey helmets and that, but I've got the horses made up, so, and I've got space down below for more sets. And then coming over here, finish the top shelf, I've got my tower crane, my own tower crane, which is bigger and stronger than the actual Lego set one. And then Saturn V, of course it's not Christmas yet, Father Christmas, I have no idea. And then one of the helicopter sets that I based off, and I had the pieces, so I thought I'd make one. I didn't realise how big it was. Here's just a whole pile of randoms sets. That there is based out of the set of 912. Here's some old sets from the 70s to the 90s. Right to the point of the old police cars, where you drove around with that and you held the minifigure in your hand and then make it look like he just got out of the car. And there's 2 of the old 80s cars. And then a few more old sets down there. I'm slowly rebuilding everything back up. Taking a while, but And then some Harry Potter, which my daughter likes Harry Potter and Friends and Star Wars now. Trying to finish Skull Island off, which also in a bulk lot, but trying to get hold of a light grey cannon is a bit of a mish, so I'm still looking. And then the Disney set, and then this was made, this was in a book I got from the library, and I reckon it's quite cool. So I made that up, which I thought was pretty cool to make up. So, and then there's just a control tower. If I do a control tower or an airport, then that will be going on, and that's pretty big as well. Coast Guard, the Pizzeria, I think, I can't pronounce it. I'm hopeless with pronouncing names. The old London bus set. A few of my trucks, along with the latest excavator, set. Some people are into City, some people are heavily into Star Wars. I've just recently purchased this for 80 New Zealand dollars, so I don't know what it equivalates in American, but it's pretty cool. Now into the business area of the Lego, I guess. This is my sorting and parts room, which I'll get round the other side. I'm just in the process at the moment doing a sort from a bulk lot, so it's a bit untidy at the moment, but from one other set that I purchased as well, I'm doing a mock of the Star Wars, so I might have to get some pointers off Mark on how to do tan landscaping, but I'm going to put the barge higher up than it is near the pit. So unfortunately someone's already fell victim. The Mandalorian's already fell victim. All these minifigs here trying to piece together to get finished, and over here minifigures, and all minifigures to be put together. All those heads, oh my gosh, more heads over there. There's my Lego version of my dog I used to have, which was a pretty cool set. We got given at a Lego show. So all my minifigure parts, more minifigures up there, more up there to be done, to get through, and then here's all the horses and printed bricks from sets that as I go through and make up sets. I don't just go along and randomly just make up a set for the hell of it. I look for I go and, you know, if I come across something like that, I will go and take a picture of it, find out where it came from, and then piece the set together. And if I've got the instructions, then I know what it is. It's just an untidy shelf at the moment. Here's all my Technic and that. So I've got to go through and sort all that into there, and all that into these new containers I've bought, which and here's, I've got drawers of track. That's the curves, here's the straights. That drawer's nearly full. And then this is all the sorting and organisation. When I find specific parts, they all go into containers, which I've got to get more of the bigger containers to put them in. Right to the point, all those 1x1 rounds. And then this is my sorting table. So when after I've washed the Lego, I go along and dump it on the table, let it dry, spread it out, let it dry, turn it around, or I turn it over every now and then during the day, and then it dries out. And then these are just temporary sorting containers where I just dump my parts in that I find out of bulk lots. And yeah, I know they're margarine containers, but wash them, dry them, they come in handy. Here's all bulk parts. All bulk parts and that, all in the drawers. I hope my videoing is okay. I'm still a learner, so more bulk parts and all in the drawers. Now I don't know what anyone else does around the world with their fake Lego, but I put it in a bag and I actually donate it. I don't throw it away, I donate it. So children or whatever that are less fortunate, that can't afford Lego, they can still have the resemblance of something similar. So I go along and donate all my fake Lego. I can't use it because I'm in a Lego club. I'm not allowed to use fake Lego. Another bit more. And then here's all my containers, my sorting containers, all in individual parts. Now I know people might sort by colour or parts or both, but Mark, the Lego Master, he gave me a good idea in containers, but I've just based it off what he does, but gone along and done it my own way, because I hate trying to sort through mountains of coloured parts looking for one piece. So I decided to go through and do them all in parts. So right to the point of all your, see, I've still got to get all the names of these, but yeah. So they're all in, doesn't matter, they're in different colours, but they're all in their parts. The 1x4 snot bricks, your 4x4 45-degree angle plates, and then your 4x4 curved plates, and then all. So I sort by that, but I know everyone's got their different ways, but if it works for you, then do it how you want. And this is my shelf of some unfinished sets I've got to piece together and finish off. Aqua Sharks, trying to Neptune Discovery Centre, I'm trying to source parts for that. I'm not really a big Bionicle fan, but there's a whole pile of Bionicle parts. And here's all my black plate that will all eventually be sorted into containers. Light grey plate, and then it will all be eventually sorted in this system, which at current I have 150 of these Systema containers, I think you call it. So that's how I normally sort, and I've made all these shelves so to accommodate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Systema containers stacked by 1, 2, 3, 4. So per that top shelf there's 24 containers that can be fit in there, and I'm still looking at wanting to get another 200 or 300 of them. But here's all my arch bricks, the old-fashioned track cartwheels, the old 80s wheels, more 80s wheels, tyres. So I go along and sort them by parts, not necessarily colour anymore. So yeah, this is my little part away from the stresses of the day to day. Unfortunately, with YouTube, I cannot do live streams at the moment. I know maybe Grumpy J might say do a live stream, but unfortunately I can't do a live stream because I don't have 10,000 subscribers. So So or I think it's 1,000 subscribers. So if you want to see live streams, then hit the like on it, subscribe to me on YouTube, and if we hit the grand, I might be able to maybe do live streams. So here's all my Mills plates, and as you can see, I've still got space for more containers, or eventually all that area and all that area and maybe that area and down there where the Mills plates are is all going to be filled up, and those whole shelves will be filled up with those Systema containers. I have no idea if someone in the comments can tell me what Bionicle set that is. That was just in one piece. He looks a bit rude. And out of the Bionicle. He is Lego, but I don't know what he's from. So, and here's all my instruction books. Some space. So I've got, that's full. That whole thing's full now. I've got to get a new filing cabinet for the instructions. And here's just my desk area with older instructions and photocopied instructions. Not doing copyright, so so this is me. This is my little domain. I know I'm not as probably big in that as some people, but unfortunately I've had to start again, so so I'll get there. So thank you all. Hit that like and subscribe button again, and we will hopefully see more. Thank you.